Welcome back to another episode of the Revolutionary Girl Utena. So in the previous one, we got to see a bunch of weird, uncomfortable shenanigans happening, but more or less it was kind of like the dynamic between, let me get my notes, between Miki and his sister Kozue? I think it's Kozue, right? So yes, it was their dynamic and how they care about each other. They want to protect one another, but it got to a point where it was starting to get to, you know, the Toga and Nanami dynamic. So it got to the extreme a bit. And of course, Kaze ended up, is that her name? We'll see. The sister ended up going to the, or getting indoctrinated into the Black Rose Society. She got the ring. She, like, her entire wish of wanting to protect Mikia got exponentially amplified by the whatever power, the Black Rose or whatever. And yeah, because of that, she ended up dueling Utena to get, of course, to kill the bride, the Rose Bride, right? Anshi, who is obviously the one who Miki has his eyes on, even though that wasn't really her original, like, I feel like that wasn't even her original plan, because as we saw, she was kind of just like protecting Miki at first, but then I feel like when she got indoctrinated, that entire plan got kind of like shifted and stuff like that, and amplified and twisted into the narrative that the Black Rose Society wants it to be. So yeah, really interesting stuff, right? But let's see what's gonna be next. So if you wanna watch this, Uncut Tumblr is always on Patreon in the description, and let's go into the Revolutionary Girl Utena, episode 16. Oh. 'Cowbell of Happiness. This made me think just now that it said, sorry, I know I'm pausing like at the beginning here. This made me think though, because we know after the recap episode 13, we have seen the prince and we've seen him being kind of like trapped in the eggshell, right? Being the chick trapped in the eggshell. And then here, the entire intro saying, you know, she wanted to become the prince, but is that really okay? I wonder if it's kind of saying like, is it okay for her to want to become the prince that is currently not really, you know, the prince currently doesn't seem like he's happy. Doesn't seem like he's living a life that he wants to live, right? He's trapped. He's kind of like, he's failing to break out. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Just made me think here. The framing of that was slightly ominous, but should be fine. What's not ominous in this show? Let's be honest. Okay, Nanami, with her old hairstyle back. The hype squad. The glazing squad. She does look a lot older in this outfit though.
驚いてもらっちゃ困るわ。今日のパーティーは私のとっておきをお披露目するためにあるんですから。この短いなんてことをいただいたスペシャルペンダント。これを見せれば立ちどころに。
Judy! That's an outfit. Wow.
ジュリさん、そのネックレスは？ああ、ソリャリッチのデザイナーがぜひ私にと。へえ、ソリャリッチって超一流ブランドじゃないですか。ちょっとモデルをしただけなんだけど、困っちゃってね。じゃあ、もしかして、世界にたった一つのネックレスなんですか？
Oh. でもmochi.
あら、ジュリ先輩、こんばんは。どうしたんだ？急にパーティー
Why is she making mochi? I feel like that's
そろそろ縁も竹縄だし。
that must mean something in Japanese.
いいだろう？それは先ほど届いたものです。
Oh, is that it?
何これ？この紋章は
A ball?
これはセバスチャン・ディオール。セバスチャン・ディオールって？セバスチャン・ディオール、イギリス王室御用達の最高級ブランドです。僕も初めて見ました。最高級ブランド。これさえあれば一発逆転。ジュリの鼻を明かしてやれるわ。そうだったわね。さて皆さん、今日お集まりいただいたのは、たった今届いた私の素晴らしいコレクションをお見せするため。さあ、早速ご覧いただきましょう。
Oh, you didn't even check it before opening it. No! You made a mistake. It's a cowbell. Hence the title. It's an actual cowbell.
カウベル。セバスチャン・ディオールのカウベル。
Awkward.
驚いているようね。この輝き、この気品、最高級なものが似合うのはこの私だけなのよ。
I mean, she wears it confidently. You gotta give her that, you know. There is some merit to that. It's a fashion statement. I gotta respect the confidence.
おはよう。おはよう。変だ。ですよね。どうしたの？何かで頭ぶつけたとか？さあ、だってさ、だいたいカウベルってのは。だろう。
Yeah, it's not the best look.
分かってたら本当のこと教えてあげなよ。できると思いますか？今さら。おはよう。傷口広げてるもんな、自分で思いっきり。
Mmm.
もうビロビロです。
Clawing at her wound and making it bigger.
その首にぶら下げているものは何ですか？カウベルですわ。カウベル。いいお天気ですこと。カウベルって。いいよね。本人が気づくのを待つしかないか。
Man, Toga being all out of sorts really did a number on her mental side, didn't it?
ね、
Yeah, you gotta respect the lengths she would go. Oh, what's up?
首重くないですか？僕、ずっと思ってたんですけど、そのカウベル、やっぱりつわぶき？はい。私のこの王室御用達セバスチャン・ディオールのカウベルのどこが変だっていうの？つわぶきにはまだ大人のファッションセンスが理解できないのね。大人のファッションセンス？変だよ。変だよ、カウベルなんて。ちゃんと牛が何だ
Utena.
か知らない
I
けど、
love
カウ
Utena.
ベルってのはもともと牛がこれだから男女は困るのよ。
He,
合
she?
ってるかもしれないんだから。なんだって？誰が男女だ？前から言おう言おうと思ってたけど、あんたのその制服ってとっても変よ。僕の服をそんなカウベルと一緒にするな。私だって嫌よ。そんなセンスのかけらもない服と一緒にされるのは。なんだって？もう一回言ってみろ。何度でも言ってやりますとも。困ったわ。足がぶっといのよ。
You know what it reminds me of? Like, and I don't know if this has any merit to that or if it is kind of like just a goofy Nanami episode. But it kind of reminds me of, you know, when some people go through like some kind of like big event or some kind of like maybe like very crucial or tragic period in their life, and then kind of like to counteract it, they make like a big physical change to themselves, like an intentional big physical change, whether that's like changing their fashion sense or maybe completely changing their hairstyle or something along those lines, maybe like getting some piercings, I don't know, where tattoos, like one of those things. It kind of feels like that, you know, when they go through like something really big and then they make a big change because of that, right? It kind of feels like that. She's trying like to change things. I don't know if I'm looking too deeply into it, but it could just be kind of like a funny thing. But she did compare it to Utena, who is kind of also making a statement, but I feel like those are very different. I feel like their reasons behind it might differ significantly, but we need to hear it. We need to hear more from Nanami here.
ここは。お兄様。
目が覚めたかい？
元気になったのね、お兄様。お部屋から出てきてくれたのね。
もういいんだよ、ナナミ。もういいんだ。さあ、ナナミ、朝ごはんだよ。
どうしたの、お兄様。私こんなの食べられない。
いいから、パンとを食べ。これが最後の食事なんだから。
最後って。
さようなら、ナナミ。
お兄様、どうしたの、お兄様。
さようなら、ナナミ。
お兄様、お兄様。
さようなら、ナナミ。
お兄様。
いただきます。
She's really going through it, huh?
まだつけてるの？目立つっていうかなんていうか。ほんと根性あるわよね。根性というか粘り強いわよ。そうそう、今までだったら人の後ろに並ぶなんてしなかったもの。そうだよね。なんだか身のこなしが落ち着いたというか、ゆったりしてきたような。ナナミさん、また食べてるんですか？さっき食堂で食べたばっかりでしょ？もう、うるさいわね。私の勝手でしょ？もう授業が始まりますよ。わかってる
all of the
食べてすぐ横になる
puns.
と牛になりますよ。うるさいのよ、もう。
The puns.
ねえねえ見て。まあ、ななみ様、その髪飾りはどう？似合う？とっても。やだ、もうやっぱりそう思う？もうとっても気に入っちゃって。
おい桐生、もっと早く走れ。
わかってるわよ、もう。
どうしたんだあいつ。やけにスローモーだな。
いやーね、もう。うるさいわね、もう。なんなのよ、もう。知らないわよ。も
Um,
沢吹くん、大変なんです。ななみさんが、お腹が空いたから何か持ってこいって電話で呼ばれたんです。だけどななみさん、僕の持ってったものには手もつけずに公園に。ここで見失ったってわけ？そうです。でも誰もいないよ。おかしいな。
I guess Toga really is the anchor for her. Without Toga,
私の好きなものももうわからないなんて、もう失礼しちゃうわ。チューチュー、簡単です。猫の首に鈴をつければいいんです。チューチュー、おねず太郎、なんて頭がいいんじゃ。チューチュー、でも一体誰が猫の首に鈴をつけるの？チューチュー、それなら大丈夫。もうすでに猫の首に鈴はついています。実はさっき僕がこっそりつけてきたんです。チュー、素晴らしい。ね、太郎さん、素敵ね、チュー。猫の旦那、ちゃんと嘘の情報を流してきましたぜ。みんな今夜は安心してぐっすり眠ってますから、つかみ取って食べ放題。だからお約束通り、オイラだけは見逃してくださいよ。猫さん、ちょっと。
mm,
自業自得ですよね。
you
確
reap
かに。
what you sow.
ナナミ、そのカウベルを捨てろ。捨てろ。うるさいわね、もう。君はその首の鈴が本来何であるのか知ってるのか？もう、セバスチャン・ディオールのカウベルでしょ。もう。カウベルってのは本来牛の首につける鈴のことだ。何言ってるの？もう。周りをよく見てみろ。じゃあこの王室御用達のセバスチャン・ディオールは？セバスチャン・ディオールじゃなくて子牛ちゃん・ディオールだ。子牛ちゃん？君はカウベルの何たるかも知らずにそのバカでかい鈴を首につけて得意になっていたわけさ。今の君は牛そのものだ。お牛？すでにしてしまったことは仕方がない。今の君にできることは身も心も牛になる前にその鈴を捨てることだ。何言ってるのよ、もう。私が牛になるはずないじゃないの、もう。本当にもう驚かさないでよ、もう。冗談じゃないわ、もう。ルテナ様、やっとできました。なんだいこれ？セーターですわ。ありがとう。でもちょっと季節外れだね。
Oh, it's red.
ちょっとで猛烈に注目されるはずだったのに、なんか朦朧と
What the f-
ナナミさん、こっちに来ます。あ、わかった。この赤いセーターを見て興奮してしまったんだ。まあ。店長さん、カウベルを。わかってる。ヒメミヤ、逃げて。はい。もう許さない。ウテナさん。
Nice. Very similar to the duel where you need to take down the flower.
哀れなものだな。ブランド品に魅入られたものの末路。ジュリさん、全然説得力ないです。だけど、誰があのカウベルをナナミさんに送ったんだろう。そっか、そのカウベルはヒメミヤのペットのものだったんだ。この子はナナミって言うんですよ。
Wow.
ああ、それで郵便屋さんが間違え
Are you telling me this
もうじきこの子に新しい花輪が届くんです。
was all a gag for this?
花輪？皆さん、おはようございます。どう似合うかしら。
What do you mean? Why do you end it like this? No. Okay. So okay. This what an episode. So it obviously doesn't feel like this was an episode that was purely like it gives the vibe of like it's trying to be purely comedical, like yeah, purely like comedy, but also something about it makes it feel very sad and very depressing in a way. I feel like, and I don't know, I feel like there are a few interpretations that I had about this. I think the main one that I'm running with, and I could be completely misreading the situation here, is I think she's just trying to fill in the void that the brother has left her, that Toga has left her, because obviously Toga is kind of like almost unresponsive now. And he's kind of left her alone, and she's trying to fill that void. And I feel like that void now has, she's been trying to fill it with this obsession of something. And in this case, it was jewelry. And kind of like fully diving into the obsession of, you know, letting her obsession use her instead of her, you know, dabbling in a hobby necessarily. Right? So I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I could be wrong, and I'm sure there could be more to it as well, because I feel like there's more to the entire thing of her being like cattled and feeling like she's cattle and stuff, but also it could just partially be part of a gag as well. I'm not sure. That's my interpretation of it, but I could be wrong. It felt like, for some reason, it felt kind of like an emotional episode, even with all of the absurd things happening on screen, right? It felt like, yeah, it felt off, in a good way, in a really, really good way. So, but it was a weird episode, though. It was definitely a weird one. But I like it. I like it. I do think it told a, it laid down the emotions really, really well. And yeah, as I said, I do think it kind of is Nanami just struggling with the absence of Toga that has been there for her entire life, basically. Always by her side, always very close, at an arm's length, right? And now that he's not there, well, she needs to fill in that void. But yeah, really interesting. Really, really, really interesting. But I wonder what was that ending. I wonder what's gonna happen in the next episode. And stuff like that. I guess we'll see, right? But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.